Hey guys, it's Holly. I just wanted to make a quick little video to encourage you all on your 21 day journey. As some of you all may already know, I just finished my 21 day fix, or should I say, I started 21 day fix in the beginning of January. I went through my 21 days and I lost 8 pounds and 8 inches off of my body, and I feel like I could continue on this plan forever. I know a lot of people are a little bit intimidated to get started because it is a lot of prepping and a lot of planning, and we all have very busy schedules. And sometimes it's really easy to think that we'll find a healthy meal somewhere out in the world later, or we'll grab a healthy snack somewhere, but that's just not the case. I know it's going to be hard when you have 3 kids that you need to get out the door at 6 o'clock in the morning, and you are still trying to pack and plan your meals for 21 Day Fix. So, if there's anything I can say to help you, it would be to prep and plan all of your meals on the weekend. I think about it on Saturday, I prep them and cook everything on Sunday, so I have everything in the refrigerator ready to take out the door with me. And I know it sounds like a lot of work for a Sunday afternoon because usually we all want to relax and enjoy our family during that time. But I can say at the end of this, I found a lot of freedom in all that prepping and planning because then it was done for the week. I do mass amounts of food on Sunday. I grill probably 2 packs of chicken. I usually will slice them in half if they're like the thicker breasts, and just soak them in a Ziploc bag, or marinate, I guess, in a Ziploc bag with some olive oil and 21 Day Fix spices, approved by Autumn. And once those have marinated a little, I'll throw them on the George Foreman grill, and then just put them in a container and have them in the refrigerator to take with me throughout the week. I also wrap sweet potatoes in aluminum foil and cook 8 to 10 of those each Sunday. My daughter is doing this with me, so I like to make sure that we have plenty of things that we can grab just readily available to us. And all I do is just kind of rub the olive oil all over the sweet potato and roll it up in the aluminum foil. Pop it in the oven, I think like 425 for maybe 35 minutes. And then I just put them in like probably a Kroger bag or something, so if they do leak, they're not leaking into your refrigerator throughout the week. But that way you've got chicken already prepared. You can have that. I've ate it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You have your sweet potatoes. I boil 6, 8 hard-boiled eggs, and then I like to mark them with a little Sharpie so everybody's clear on what is a real egg and what's already been hard-boiled. Um, those are just nice to have around for your snacks for breakfast. You can cut them up and put them into salads if you want. I also will go ahead and, that lid looks really bad, clean and slice up celery sticks because I like to have them with some hummus for my snacks, my 10 o'clock or 2 o'clock snack. So that's ready. I also I love kale right now. So I've been buying like a big bag of kale and just kind of wilting that on Sunday in some, I like to use a flavored olive oil. They sell some that have spices in them. So I just drizzle some of that in a pan and I wilt like a crazy amount of kale and just put that in a bowl so that I can pick at it through the week and make my lunch or dinner sometimes. I even eat it with eggs for breakfast. I also have found that I love tuna salad, and I didn't know that until I started this journey, but I love it with pico de gallo. And Kroger's, fortunately for me, makes fresh pico de gallo each week that I can just dump into some tuna, and I sort of cheat just a little bit because I do put a tad bit of mayo in there just to make it all creamy and yummy. Um, Also, keep healthy snacks handy, like nuts and fruits at your desk are great. You got to practice a little bit of self restraint. Fortunately for me, I have plenty of storage at my desk, I have a bowl of fruit on my desk. I know other people work different types of jobs. You may not be able to take a mass amount of food to work and trust that it's going to be there for you throughout the week. But I would really encourage you to have these snacks at your desk, in your car. Um, it's a great time of year to be on this journey because it's not too hot and it's not too cold. So you can kind of keep a little bit of food in your car, and it helps me to keep from last minute um, kind of driving into a fast food restaurant, because if I can rationalize that I have a healthy snack in the car and I'm not going to starve to death before I can get home, sometimes I can convince myself to just go ahead and have that healthy snack and forgo McDonald's or some terrible awfulness like that. Um, it's a lot of food. I struggled with that because I was already overweight. Technically, I know I don't look a terrible amount overweight, but my doctor had told me that I was borderline obese and she was going to put me on a diet if I didn't willingly go on a diet. Um, so the thought of eating all this food scared me a little bit because I didn't want to gain more weight. But it was interesting after I started this journey to see how I was leaving a lot out of my diet, and this variation of food kind of started, I guess, a fire in my metabolism, and it has not stopped, thankfully. Um, Eat before you're hungry. Sometimes we get caught up. I know I sit at my desk, I have breakfast, I read emails, and before you know it, it's noon and you've missed your 10 o'clock snack and then you're ravenous hungry. You have to set a timer on your phone to remind you to take that 10 o'clock snack, because a lot of us just are not used to that. And as women, we would be more used to starving ourselves to death to try to lose weight rather than eating at 8 and 10 and 12 and 2. Um, I really want to encourage all of you to try to stick with the program, even if you don't get it right all the time. Man, there were times that I messed up on the first 21 days. I had two birthdays, my husband's and my niece's, where, you want to go out with family and celebrate, and you can't always say no. And sometimes it kind of makes it uncomfortable for the people around you to say no. So it's okay. I guess I probably shouldn't encourage that, but it's okay to have a glass of wine. If you're at a family function and you're celebrating, but really try to keep it to a minimum. The program does work, and it is not hard once you get into it. I was overwhelmed too in the beginning by all the different containers and colors, but just prep that food, have it on hand. Um, I didn't really pack my food into the containers. I carried them with me. I look like a crazy old bag lady throughout this journey because I've carried my containers with me and all my stuff in a great big canvas bag. When I prepped my meals, I measured my food in those containers, but for the most part, I mean, I took things like this to work. I took bags of chicken because I have a refrigerator at work, so I would take a bag of chicken for the week that I could kind of just pick at, but I didn't really use those containers until it was time to prep that food for eating, and then I measured it and put it on a plate. And that is another thing about prepping your food like chicken for the week. I think a lot of people might be uncomfortable with eating chicken on Friday that they prepped on Sunday. Um, I was kind of like that too, but I started working for a group of sanitary process engineers like 12 years ago, and our specialty is processing food. We do a lot of work with major companies. Um, so they've convinced me that it's okay. Pretty much anything you fix at home is good to eat for up to a week. So the chicken that I prepare on Sunday, I have no problem eating on Friday, and you shouldn't either unless it's like stinky fish or something like that. But I think that we should all be fine. Um, the workouts, I was intimidated by that too the first week because I was terribly, terribly out of shape. Like I have no cardiovascular system. It was kind of embarrassing because when I work out, I look like a 75-year-old woman. I just cannot do it. Um, I modified my first week, like majorly modified. It's okay. Just get through it. The next week, you can add a little bit more intensity to it, but don't think you have to go all out the whole time because I most definitely did not. I did Dirty 30 tonight, and I think it's probably like my 30th day on this program, and I still thought that I would pass out, but I'm doing it. My daughter just had a baby on December the 19th, and she started doing it with me too. Not only did she have a baby, she had a C-section, so all those core muscles have been cut, and she's doing a phenomenal job. You know, she's modifying too, but she just keeps at it, and she pushes through, and she presses play every day. So stick to it, and I'm so glad that you're on this journey with me. I hope you see great results, and I can't wait to see your posts.